The setup for this experiment is fairly easy. You could fill different plastic containers of different sizes and shapes with water and place them in the freezer overnight. You could also use ice cubes, or for this, I'm using reusable muffin liners. Let's begin. Place your ice in the tray and grab your salt. Now we're going to just take our salt. You can use your hands or a spoon. Just scoop a little bit out and lightly spread it across each of the ice cubes. This experiment works instantly. Let's have a look. You might hear some crackling, popping, and if you touch the surface, your fingers might be wet. The ice is already melting. To have a better look at what's happening, let's add some drops of food coloring. Not only is the color beautiful on its own, but the reason to add liquid is to highlight the ravines and crevices, even the tunnels that are forming in the ice as the salt melts it. They look like beautiful gemstones. You could even have a look in the sunlight to see. And the longer you wait, the more it will change. Or you can add more liquid to see what else will happen. Look at that. Do you see the veins beginning to form? It's starting to look a little bit like a crater. I wonder what yours will look like. They both look so different, and they're melting so quickly. So why does this happen? What do you think? Why does salt melt ice? Salt lowers the freezing point of water. Ice melts faster when salt is added, as the salt lowers the freezing point of the water. This is known as freezing point depression. The more salt you add, the lower the freezing point. Essentially, the salt makes it harder for the water molecules to bond together in their rigid structure. The molecules in the salt move much faster than the molecules of the water, which is why this reaction recurs, and we can see it melting. This is also why salt is sprinkled on the roads on frosty, snowy mornings. It helps prevent the ice from forming. It's making it safer for cars and for people walking on the streets. A second part to this experiment is to try out different salts. Here I have Himalayan pink salt. I'm just going to add one row across the ice, and table salt, and add a row across the ice. I'm going to use a pipette to add my food coloring to the ice so we can have a better look at what's happening. Let the melting begin. Now the true test. Which salt is melting the ice quicker? The pink salt or the table salt? From the looks of it, I can already see that the table salt is creating these deep craters, and you can already see the outline where it's begun to melt. So far, the table salt's the winner, but let's take a better look at the job that the Himalayan pink salt did. I'm going to add a darker color. Then that'll give us a really good look at what's happening on the ice. Let's have a closer comparison. It looks to me like the table salt might have started the melting process sooner than the Himalayan pink salt, but both of them did a really decent job melting the ice. Now I'm going to add just a bit of water. That'll help wash away some of the food coloring, and we can see the outline of the different craters that were created. If you look at that, they both worked pretty well melting the ice. Now I'm going to sprinkle salt all over the ice and use all these beautiful colors to see what happens. So let's explore, experiment, and create. Here are some great ideas for you to explore freezing point depression and extend the learning. I hope you enjoyed this video. I can't wait to see what experiments you try. Till next time, Ona!